Good morning. My name's Glenn. I'm the geezer for the day on the Geezer Fix and Fab channel. I went and bought a trailer. It's 58 foot long, 10 foot wide. Sounds big because it is. I'm going to, it's a mobile home or modular frame with 4 axles under it. I'm actually going to use the frames, the I-beams, for I-beams inside my shop. They're 12 inches tall for a overhead crane. This was the cheapest way to buy the I-beam. So it was cheap. It was on Facebook yesterday, so I bought it. This is what I'm going to do here. I bought these at Harbor Freight. These are just your magnetic lights. The longest cord I could find was 25 foot long. Unfortunately, 25 is not going to fit 58 foot. So what I'm going to do is this extension cord. This is just one of my extension cords. I think it's 50 foot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these. I have a male and a female right there. So I'll hook the wiring into here. Yeah, there's only 3 plugs, but all I need, because it's daylight, is I'll use the ground as tail lights, marker lights. I use the big prong, which is the ground for house wiring, for left, and then the small one I'll use for the right tail light. And that should get me all the way home. Like I said, it's only an hour drive. I don't want to ruin my extension cord. That's why I'm just going to use these. That way when I'm done, I can roll my extension cord up and use it again. So I'll just cut this cheap wiring. Red. Green is right turn, yellow is left turn, brown is marker light, white is ground. So the ground, what I'm going to do is just take some them self-tappers and tap it into one of the side pieces of the frame. And then on the other end, where the taillights are, I'll do the same thing. I'll just use a tap screw and self-tapper and screw it right into a piece of the framework that's I can easily get to. And then I'll have my 4 wires that I need. I'm not going to do this real fancy. I'm just going to put some sliders on this. It's faster that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these, and then they just slide right in there. Right inside there. So let me get started. All right. I think that blue one's too big though. I might go down to the pink. Nope. Actually, I think it'll work. Yes, it will. So I need 6 of those things. 3 for each end. 3. 4, 5, 6. Okay. All right. Where's my cutter? There it is. I started trying to do this and then slide underneath the screw, but it just wants to fall out. So I will just cut the wires off and we'll start over again. I'll leave the ground longer. It'll actually help me. So I don't even want it inside the plug. So normally trailer wires, I solder everything, but this is just temporary. I don't think I need to solder everything. As long as it holds together for an hour, I'm good. All right. I always twist my wires. yeah, I priced out those I-beams and whew, $1,500 for the same 12-inch I-beam, and I got them for under $500 for 2 of them. So I-beam is not cheap. Okay, let's pull this up. I don't even want the white in that, so pull this down and pull it through it as well. Oh, I do have one. Should be able to just push it through that rubber. I did. Now, ground is going to be, or the ground off the house, which is the green wire, is going to be the marker lights, which is the brown one here. So there's a little metal tab here. I hope you can see it. Right here, it's underneath the screw, and that helps you hold your wires. So make sure I get it underneath that. Rubber goes up here, and these little things just slide up underneath here, but they're not going to fit in this. It's too tight with the things. I'll just tape it nice and tight, and we'll see how that works out. Okay, the other end of this. There we go. I'll do the same thing except on this cord here, but I can't put. These are a little bit different. How do they tighten up on the wire? All we can do is push the wire in. They're sealed. Okay, we'll just do that. And I'll leave the white completely out of everything. Okay. This is a cool little deal here. As long as you have a 12-volt battery, you can force things on. And I just happen to have a little 12-volt battery over here to the side where you can't see, but it's here. All right. Now I have 12-volt. Get that out of there. Got a little ground wire. First thing I want to do is connect all the wires together. That one has a yellow one, so that one goes to this one. The green one goes to this one. Okay. Now I should be able to ground Remember, I made the white as my ground, so and now I should be able to push wire or power through this. Okay. We said the small one would be right. Okay, that one works. This one should be the other light bulb. This should be both for marker lights. Oh, I'm shaking today. Well, let me lay them down so you can see them. Okay. Marker lights. Both of them on. Yep. This would be left. Oops. This will be right. So, got it. All right, I'm gonna load all this up and I'm gonna, well, you know what I ought to do is go ahead and test it through the extension cord, make sure I don't have a break in the extension cord. So hang on just a second while I plug all my wires in. Right. Plug it in right here. It'd be bad if I had a break in my wiring somewhere. Right, there's that one. And this one goes to there, which would connect into this. Okay, now I should be able to take this is the end that goes into the truck. Oh, I need ground onto here as well, so I'll clip both these together. All right, so green. So you can see it. Right, left, marker. Perfect. All right. I'm going to gather all this up and I'm going to head out. I'll catch you here in a little bit. I have a video girl today. My wife has agreed to video me, but this is a trailer and we're going to start hooking it up and getting ready to go. So hopefully I can see that and back up to it. Now we got to figure out how this thing works. Is it going down? It's going down, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm slow, but I'll get her done. Okay. Let me back it up. Got it. I'm slow, but I'll get her done.
Does that safety pin need to come out, the one behind it?
No, I pulled it over already.
Oh, okay.
I think it's ready. Just go all the way down, we're good.
What's the tongue weight on the truck?
I don't know. It pulls my fifth wheel real good, so I'll bet it's heavy. Okay, the lock went, so that's a good thing. I have your wood. Oh, they might beat up. Oh, they took the center out. They took the... I need 2 cores, so we're gonna have to run up and get 2 cores. All right, we're back. Had to go get an air compressor. buy a compressor. Yeah, we got 10 pounds in this one already, so. It's slow, like me. I'm gonna go get stuff. There's that one. Got done? All right. I talked to you guys earlier about bringing a self-tapping screw. Hey, I forgot them. So what I got to do is take this wire right here and just vice grip it down so I get my ground. Put it over here. Otherwise my white lights won't work. Hopefully they don't fall off on the road. All right, that's one. I did. I had to go get vice grips.
Making sure you didn't need a handyman or something.
No, I had to go get a. I was gonna bring self tappers and I Good morning, everyone. I'm back on the I-beam, that mobile home frame. So what I'm doing today is I'm gonna get all 4 axles out from under it, the tongue out from under it, and then I'm gonna start cutting it up. I need a 40-foot piece of beam. Two pieces of 40 foot long. So I'll probably cut them 40 foot 6 inches, and then I'll save the other I-beam for some other project that I need. They did add to the beam on the other side over there. You can see that patch right there. So I'm trying to keep that out of it, because that's a straight piece all the way to the back. This side has a piece back there, and then it's got another added on right there. So I'm trying to get my 40 foot piece out of that. But the first thing I got to do is get all the axles out from under it, and it's sitting on the ground. So what I want to do is unbolt all the axles, and we'll go from there. So let's try and get this done. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to go get a punch that'll fit those, drive them all out. And on the tongue, it's just bolted on. There's a bolt there on the inside one, and then there's 2 up front. That looks like it. So 4 bolts. So I'm gonna go get a different wrench, and then I'll be back. Okay, 15/16. Let's go knock some bolts out of the axles, and then everything's free from the frame rails. All right, I got the axles free, tongue free. Now I'll use the Kubota. I'll lift that front up, drag that tang out from underneath of it, let it down clear on the ground. Then I'll go around the back, lift the back up. Hopefully I can wheel these axles out by hand, and then just let her sit down on the ground and be ready to cut up. But it's about 25 degrees and the wind's blowing. 15 mile an hour, so I'm gonna go warm up first. So I'll be back in a minute. All right, I'm back, got all warmed up. My plan is to take the front there and lift it up and pull it sideways. Then I'll be able to just lift the tongue with the forklift. The fork's on the Kubota. And then I'll come back and I'll pull it further forward, and then I'll try and get behind it and lift it up above and pull the axles out by hand, I'm hoping. That's my plan. Now, whether it happens or not, we'll find out here shortly. See if I can get you guys set up over here. That should do it, hopefully. It'd be a lot easier if it wasn't snowy. Right down on the frame itself. So now I'll go get tape measure, some pipe chuck. I'll get a marker where I want it cut. I gotta cut all these center pieces out, which is some good iron. I'm gonna keep all that. Cut as much as I can, get down to 2 rails, 40 foot long each, and then whatever's left is scrap or for another project someday. But I gotta run and get my pipe chuck and I'll be back. All right, I made it back. Well, now I made it back for sure. All right, like I said earlier, I don't want any of these in here in my 40 foot span, so I'm gonna try and miss that. And it looks like I'll clear up to where it has another one up here on this side, right here. So, let's see how much we got here. All right, so I'd like to get, we'll add 1 foot 1 because that's past that other piece. So I need 40 foot plus a foot. Plus 6 inches. I'd rather cut it down in size inside the shop when I need it than have it too short. So I'm hoping there's 40 foot here. 36 or 7 or 8. There's 40 foot, but I need 41. 41.1 is right in the middle of that. So it looks like what I'm doing is these are 40 foot pieces. So I'm just going to cut it right through it, and we'll, at least it's the very end and it's not in the middle. So I'll just cut it right down there welding. Cut that right in half, and that's what I'll do there. And same at the other end, I'll just cut it right through the piece. So let's go measure the other side. Once I get it laid over, I'll have to cut all these off too, whatever they are. I don't know how they're attached, but I'll find out here in a little while. It's a lot easier now. I don't have to walk all the way around. I can step over it. All right, let me get my torch out. I'll get everything ready to do the cutting, and then I'll get back with you. All right, I'm back. What I decided to do was, instead of fighting cutting through the double plate right here, I just went longer. I can cut it later when it's warm. So I'm just going to cut that line, then I'm going to cut each one of these angle irons off. And I did the same thing up there. And then this other side, where it has a joint, way up there. I'll cut it there. You just got all angle iron off. And then we'll go from there. One side done. It's all free, I believe. So we'll start that side and we'll work our way down. It starts up there where the torch is, just past it, and go all the way to the back. We're gonna have to go ahead and cut all these angle irons because I don't want that big wide thing to store. Be just stored as a ram and then just individual pieces. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the other side loose. We're going to start right here and work our way across. Well, we got all the front cut off. It's ready to be stacked. We just got to go back here, finish up what's in the back, and then we can stack all this stuff. But first, I got to move my torch. It's the one they welded a lot. I missed one in the middle. What the heck? How did I do that? Nope, just didn't want to fall over. Alright, let me put my bottles away. And we'll go from there. Well, it's all cut apart. Now I gotta do is stack the pieces with a little lead under it. 40-foot pieces will go right here. I hope they fit back here. Yeah, they should. I can even take that bottom 6x6 and roll it up one. Maybe. Barely fit back here. One thing I have to watch is the back of the tractor. The box blade is wider than the tractor, so not a lot of extra room back here. Okay. Sun right in the eyeballs don't help any. Now the 40-foot pieces, the ones I want. If I can flip this over. Like that. Now let's see if I can push it up in there. Well, it's mostly out of the way. Gonna have to do it for now, though. These are the two axles I'm going to keep. They don't have brakes on them. I got a little cart that I run around in the summertime. Every time I go to use it, the tires are flat. So I'm just going to put one of these on it. Wish I could get these in the back. There's no way I'm going to get around that camper. No way. Call me Speedball. take it out of slow mode. Yeehaw! Trying to stack it a little closer together. Alright, that's how you tear up mobile home frame. I'm going to sell those axles and the tongue over there. I kept what I wanted over here. And then I've got some over there that I'm move around when the spring comes. But that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. I always read them. Thanks. Bye.